Hello and welcome to Auspol Explained. I'm David. I own one house, but how many houses does your Member of Parliament own? Well, if you're curious, there is a way to find out if your Member of Parliament owns a home or has investment properties, and also lots of other things, like, do they have stocks in any companies? Do they receive gifts of any significant value, and by who? If any of that information is of interest to you, then let me introduce you to the Register of Interests. The purpose of the Register of Members' Interests is to place on the public record members' interests which may conflict or may be seen to conflict with their public duty. Basically, senators and members are required to disclose what financial interests they have. This is a transparency measure, so the public knows if members of parliament have any investments, be that in property or shares. Do they have any trusts? Do they have any bonds, income outside of parliament? Are they the director of a company? What banks do they have savings accounts with? What assets they have of significant value? And also, if they're receiving gifts and from who. It's a lot. It also applies to their partners, so they can't just put everything in their spouse's name to avoid scrutiny. It is a legal requirement for members to disclose all this information. All of this information is on the Parliament House website, aph.gov.au. I've also linked in the description directly to the Register of Interests. What counts as a conflict of interest, by the way, is up to you to decide. Like if a member has a connection to a certain industry and is making laws to do with that industry. Does that count as a conflict of interest, or do they have a suitable background to bring first-hand experience to the debate? How do you feel about them owning stocks or multiple houses? This may be relevant to you in deciding who you'd like to vote for, or it might be completely irrelevant and you're like, that doesn't matter to me. You might just look at it for idle curiosity to find out, hey, what gifts do members of parliament actually get? Like, for example, Anthony Albanese as Prime Minister gets a lot of gifts, and turns out a lot of them are music related. He got tickets to Jimmy Barnes, Midnight Oil, Nick Cave, The Pixies, Elton John, etc. He got some King Stingray t-shirts from the band, and also some vinyl records from Jacinda Ardern when she was the Prime Minister of New Zealand. He also got a Francisco de Goya 275th anniversary coin from the NATO Secretary General, which doesn't influence my vote in any way, but does make me jealous on a deep personal level as an amateur numismatist. It means coin collector. I collect coins. Anyway, he didn't even keep it personally. He gave it away, but not to me. Scrolling through Peter Dutton's Register of Interest, I notice he gets a lot of sports tickets to like cricket, AFL and the NRL. To be fair, Albanese also gets a bunch of sport tickets for free, but Dutton hasn't got any cool coins thus far that I'm aware of. Also out of curiosity, which politician has the largest coin collection, and can I see it? Like, who is it? I asked Matilda Bosley from The Guardian, and she didn't know. Investigative journalists, get onto it. Let's find out which politician has the most interesting coins. Unfortunately, as far as I can tell, there isn't a similar requirement for disclosure for candidates. It's after they're elected that they're required by law to tell you what stuff they own. So sometimes it's just up to journalists to discover details about candidates, what investments and financial interests they have, and write a story if it is of note. There are laws for parties and candidates around like campaign finance disclosure, which is more about donations they've received and their electoral expenditure. Still important, but that's a different thing to the Register of Interests. The idea of the Register of Interest also exists on a state and territory level. Its name varies a little bit, usually the Register of Interests, but also, disclosure of interests. My quick tip on how to find it, because sometimes Parliament House websites aren't easy to navigate, is just like put into a search engine, Register of Interests, and then like the name of the state or territory parliament that you're interested in. And you'll find it. So yeah, look it up. Have fun learning. What do your politicians own? Does it influence your vote, or do you just not care? And there you have it. Have fun learning about what politicians own. Comment down below the most interesting gift your local member or senator has received. And don't forget to share, subscribe, and also, if you'd like to give me a gift, you can give me the gift of money by supporting me on Patreon. The link is in the description. Thank you so much to my supporters on Patreon, and also, I'll see you at the polls.